Speaking of that, I just pushed record on my Zoom because I have been forgetting to record this so I can upload it to my YouTube. So we're recording now. Yes, so today is day 4 of The Power of the Mastermind from our Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. And I'm just going to read a little bit. That today's little session is called You Are the Company You Keep. So we were talking about the power of the mastermind. When you surround yourself with people, you exponentiate and you can take their wisdom, take their advice, take the thoughts, the brainstorming that you all come up with together. Your brain just works better when you brainstorm with other people, right? Well, in my opinion, in my experience, it has been true in that sense. So he was talking about Henry Ford. Hello, Henry Ford was one of the most successful businessmen coming out of the Depression. Men take on the nature and the habits and the power of thought of those with whom they associate in a spirit of sympathy and harmony. Men take on the nature, we all, people, take on the nature and the habits and the power of thought of those with whom they associate in a spirit of sympathy and harmony. We soak in the energy that's around us and we become, we do, we act, we talk like all of our friends. We're all in the same vibe, whether you like it or not. Henry Ford whipped poverty, illiteracy, and ignorance by allying himself with great minds whose vibrations of thought he absorbed into his own mind. Yeah, Henry Ford was, he overcame poverty, illiteracy, and ignorance by allying himself with great minds whose vibrations of thought he absorbed into his own mind. So it's not actually what you know, it's who you know, right? We hear that all the time. Through his association with Edison, Burbank, Burroughs, and Firestone, Mr. Ford added to his own brain power the sum and substance of the intelligence, experience, knowledge, and spiritual forces of these 4 men. So Henry Ford hung out with Edison, Burbank, Burroughs, and Firestone, and he added up all of their knowledge, all of their intelligence, experience, spiritual forces to add to his own. Moreover, he appropriated and made use of the mastermind principles through the methods of procedure described in this book. The principle is available to you. And when you have a group of people together, like we've talked about, it's truly limitless. As long as you're all in agreement and the idea is fed, it can be huge. This talks about back when this book was written, you guys, Gandhi was doing his thing to free India from, British rule. So he was still alive. Gandhi, this was all happening when Napoleon Hill was writing this book. Gandhi was doing his thing. So he says, we have already mentioned Mahatma Gandhi. He talks about him in the earlier chapters. The majority of those who have heard of Gandhi look upon him as merely an eccentric little man who goes around without formal wearing apparel and makes trouble for the British government. In reality, Gandhi is not eccentric, but he is the most powerful man now living. This was back then. Estimated by the number of his followers and their faith in their leader. Moreover, he is probably the most powerful man who has ever lived. His power is passive, but it is real. Let us study the method by which he attained his stupendous power. It may be explained in a few words. He came by power through inducing over 200 million people to coordinate with mind and body in a spirit of harmony for a definite purpose. He got over 200 million people to come together, mind, body, spirit, in the same spirit for a cause, for freedom, for a movement. In brief, Gandhi has accomplished a miracle, for it is a miracle when 200 million people can be induced, not by force, to cooperate in a spirit of harmony for a limitless time. If you doubt that this is a miracle, try to induce any 2 people to cooperate in a spirit of harmony for any length of time. We are who we surround ourselves with. We are who we surround ourselves with. So if there's we can't know it all. I'm not strong in tech and marketing, so that's why I hire coaches and people with that specialized knowledge like we talked about. I'm not going to go crazy and try to take courses and study. I'm going to let the professionals do it. There's things that I'm good at. I'm sure there's things that you're good at. Know what you're good at. Get help with the rest. Get a mastermind. Get people who believe in you, who are open-minded, and who can help you get your, attain your goals. So that is my message today for masterminding. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your Thursday night. I will see you tomorrow, Friday. I will hop on here sometime throughout the day, but you can guarantee I'll be here live. Have a wonderful night. Thank you always for watching.